So you will see you get a claim that you cannot use music, which 9 times out of 10 you can use music. You get a message on your Gmail, video cannot be monetized, and the name of the video. Then all you have to do is click on that. And then you don't need to read it all. Basically, scroll down to the bottom, hit view all actions. And then from there, scroll down, hit select action. Scroll down to here, hit select action. Now you do have options, but if you know your right to use music, it's hidden. Scroll down, hit dispute. Hit continue down the side here. Just hit again a second time, continue here. This is if you know you are right to use it. Just hit license here. Hit continue here. Scroll down on the next page. Tick here, I have permission to use there. Hit continue here. Now, because I've done over 100 times the same bit of music, I've already got it in a Word doc that I can use the music. So I just paste in here. And for example, I have already typed, this music has been cleared for free to use 101 times in the past few weeks. Stop with these continued false claims repeatedly for the same piece of music, or I will issue a harassment claim with my lawyer. And then I've CC'd it, and I've also put the URL of the music that I can use there. Now, I've also tried many times just writing a load of rubbish in here, which I won't recommend for you if you're not knowing what you're doing. The lawyer says to actually do this as many times as they go for one piece of music, because the more times they use it, the bigger the claim you can issue for time wasted, harassment, and so on and so forth. So that's why I'm continuing to do it, but CC it and save all of the information. Then you scroll down a bit more from there and you tick the 3 boxes and signature. And again, I've put all sorts of nonsense here. I won't recommend that for you, but it's to show for myself and the lawyer how they don't actually read anything. So I type my name in there and then I'll hit submit here. And it comes up, your dispute is submitted. Close that there, hit the close, and then you will see it changes here from the unmonetized or whatever it's going to say in red there to escrow, which means they're looking into it. And then what I do is come out of that, but I then put a star next to the one that they're saying is claimed. And then when they come back and say the video can now be monetized, I go through to all the ones that said it couldn't and just tick them off. Now, as you can see, oh, it does come up here how many you submitted today. So we've got 18 submitted just today alone. And these aren't all of them, but you will see how many get called up all the time. So this is just in the last couple of days. So that's how to easily do it. If you want any more information, don't just assume if you get a copyright strike that you cannot use the music. It is YouTube's way of making you either take down the video or to put their music on, which they are getting paid themselves for using the free to use YouTube music, which is not all free to use. You do get claims on those as well. And it's also a way for you, if you don't want to do all this stuff all the time, for you to go, oh, that's all right, I'll share the music or won't be monetized on that video. But as you can see how many it is on mine, it's because I'm a fast growing channel and they don't want to pay out to my channel. So if you've got any more queries, let me know. And also check the person that says the music is theirs. 9 times out of 10, it's not. YouTube does nothing to people who say the music is theirs and it's not. And they say that's often because they're AI generated. And they can claim as many times as they like. As I say, all these are for exactly the same piece of music, which they have cleared over 101 times. That's not including all these ones listed here. So I've got to add those up so I can keep track of how many times they've done it. But if you make a false claim, then you get either your channel taken down or monetary fine and so on and so forth. But they can copyright, say a bit of music is copyrighted when it's not, as many times as they like, by the same person for the same bit of music, and they can go back many years over all your videos you have ever made. And they're actually looking at pieces of music used a lot to wear you down and make you give up. Whether you let them take the money and not be monetized, which I know many people have said, oh, I'm just not going to monetize my channel anymore. Or some people have said to me, well, I don't use music. Well, you get better views if you do use music, and they will find other ways to still stop you being monetized, which is a whole nother video, even if you don't use music. And one of my YouTube friends has said, yes, I agree with all this that you've been talking about recently. My friend writes and plays his own music and puts it on his videos, and he's still getting copyright claims. This is only a couple of weeks after the last piece of footage I filmed in this video, and as you will see that the amount of copyright claims for music, the same piece of music, the amount that I've been notified is increased to 184 times I've cleared this same piece of music via the dispute. And this is what I copy and paste every time. And it says, this same piece of music that has been cleared for free use has had to have copyright claims submitted 184 times in the past few weeks for the same music. Stop with these continued false claims repeatedly for the same piece of music, or I will issue a harassment claim with my lawyer. And I've CC'd the lawyer and I've put in the right to use the music. Now, in case you're wondering why there has been no harassment claim, this is because I've been advised to let it roll on to a high number. The higher the times they come at me, the bigger payout I will get for being harassed without them dealing with it. And I was also advised to send them a direct message to YouTube to add this to the harassment claim to show if they do or do not do anything about it, seeing as they're in control of the platform. So now let me show you the messages that I sent to YouTube Direct and their responses. So after giving them a message directly, rather than just keep placing it in the dispute area, this is their first response. Hi there. I hope you're doing well. Having issues with false copyright claims can be really concerning. Any creator who might experience this will certainly feel the same. The success of YouTube channel is as important to us as it is to you. I'm more than happy to give my best to help, and here's what I've got. Not very professional. I'd like to clarify a few things with you to address your concerns more appropriately. May I ask for the following info? Can you provide links to some of the videos affected?
This will help me better understand the issue and resolve it as quickly as possible. I look forward to hearing from you. Regards, Jay. So my comment basically to you on this is, if they can't understand the concern already, we know this is a standard response. So continuing from there, I have put in response, there are now 170 videos that in the last few weeks have had to have a dispute done on the same piece of music. Just some of the latest ones today for the same piece of music are. And then I continue, and many, many more. It looks like my channel is being targeted, as this music is on almost every one of my videos I have ever posted. There is no way I have time to go back and dispute every video I have ever made. I also need to check my other channels, as it could be happening on those also, which it is. There are penalties, it says, if I make a mistake, but there is no penalty for these continuing harassment false claims. Please stop this person making more claims on the same channel for the same piece of music. Thank you in advance. And what I want to add to you right now is, when after this I've checked, it seems to be targeting music you have used most, i.e. theme tunes, and that's what's been happening also now on my other channel. They've targeted the theme music, which is a different piece of music by a different artist, on the other channels, but we'll get into that later on. And these are just the videos which automatically come up with the URL of those. And the response from YouTube is, I hope that you are doing well. Well, obviously not. When a content company stroke creator stroke artist owns a content like music, they will be given an ID called Content ID. Content ID is a tool that automatically detects anyone who uploads that content without the permission of the owner. So again, not what I'm talking about. I have permission. Giving their video a copyright claim, hence the copyright claims that you're getting. Well, this is not correct. I have the permission. I've been posting the permission in the disputes, and they are saying, yes, you are fine to use it. So this is not what I'm talking about. And it continues. This is not initiated by a person or request, but their content ID, detecting you are using their contents without their permission. Wrong, YouTube. If you believe you have legal rights in uploading these contents, then you may dispute. You may check the information here. I hope this guides you well. Well, clearly not. Again, this is a genetic response when you have copyright issues with music. It has not answered my question, and I'm talking about I have permission. So I respond to this. And I've put, I do have permission to use the music by the owner and have disputed it and been told I can use it now over 184 times in the last few weeks. Therefore, this content ID number falsely targeting my channel must be removed legally. It comes under the law of a cyber bullying crime and also under the law of cyber theft, as the only option is to either dispute it for every video I have ever made or leave it and not been paid the money from the video. Blaming this on an automated system is not acceptable, as this can be changed at source. So they've told me previously that it's happening because I can't use a video, and I've explained I can use a video, and they're saying it only flags up if a video music you cannot use, and I'm telling them you can use it, and it's flagging it up when I have permission again and again to use it. So their response is, yet again, I hope that you're doing well. I think I'm going to respond to this comment that comes up. And it continues, I'm happy to know that you have an agreement with the content owner. If that is the case, kindly inform them to add you in their allow list so you will not be affected by any copyright claims. You may refer them to this help link if they're having troubles. I understand your frustration, but please know we have thoroughly investigated your request and there is nothing more I can add. And that's as far as we've got to date. I will continue with this video and let you know what goes on. Just to let you know, as I stated, there are other video music now coming up that I know full well I can use. I have contacted some of the owners, as it's happened before with their music, and they say they are helping me with it. But the fact is, it is a scam. I don't care what YouTube says, because they say it's nothing to do with them when it clearly is, when it is their platform. And it's with a lot of platforms these days that they want you to give money to them, earn money for them, buy things through them, pay subscriptions. But as soon as something goes wrong, they wipe your hands of it and say, we are purely a platform. So I will be taking this further, and to say there is nothing they can add, that means we are stopping the conversation. So that is to let you know that it is all one-sided. They can take your channel down, they can stop your monetization unless you go through every single video again and again for everything you do. So you might say, just don't use music. Well, there are a lot of videos where, let's say for example, on one of my other channels, I often show you doing jigsaw puzzles in time lapse. Can you imagine a whole video of that with no music? So things like that, it enhances a video and you get more traffic for a video with music. And why should I be penalised when there are loads of channels out there which I've now been reporting that are high earning videos? They deliberately use music they cannot use and they will not take them down. So I am using these cases to add to my claim. So let me know what you think. I will be continuing with this video, and I will tell you that they are just trying to make you use YouTube music, and a lot of their music is also coming up for copyright claims that you have to dispute, and they want you to basically not follow through with this to clear every single bit of music, and therefore they don't have to pay out your monetization. And another reason, if you say don't use music, I can tell you many of my friends and other people on YouTube that make similar videos to this that do not use music, and they find other ways to halt your channel or take away your monetization. So by not using music will just lead me to other situations where they will try and stop my channel being monetized. I often have disputes on videos. For example, just the other day I posted a short, and the only title, the only word of the short, I called it cleaning, and I was cleaning. And they said it's a word that cannot be used on YouTube, so they halted monetization on it and took it down. So for example, I feel I will continue to take every piece of music copyright and dispute it, and when they run out of videos they would just have to keep coming. It's not automated because, as I say, there are ways you can deal with it. I will do that and I will keep going. Nothing will beat me. And as I say, my social media lawyer has said, keep going as long as you can. The more you have, the more information. This last statement here, we have thoroughly invested your request, there's nothing more I can add, is a big red flag that my lawyer says is perfect to say they are not helping you. And they've suggested a reply to this that I cannot show you what I will type because words used in it will be flagged by YouTube, which also relates to the I hope you're doing well. Please comment below any issues you have had with YouTube in any respect, and I would like to use those please to add to situations that are not resolved. As I say, I will do a follow-up on this, and until then, keep on going. Do not give up. You can beat big companies. You do not need to pay for lawyers, because you can find a lawyer where once you get a payment, they will take a percentage of the payment. So keep going. Don't shut your channel down. This is what they are looking for. So all the best to you, and hang on in there.